Frisco, Texas is one of the best places to live in America, and you should move there today. We're here to answer all of your Dallas real estate questions so you can feel comfortable and confident making your next move, whether you're moving to Dallas or just make your next move in Dallas. If you don't know, I'm Brian White, your favorite North Texas realtor. My wife Tisha and I lead a local real estate team focused on creating community, giving generously, and serving our clients at an exceptionally high level. We love Dallas and we love helping our clients get plugged into this amazing city. We're going to start by talking about Frisco, Texas, and why you should move there today. I mean it. Do not collect $200. Let's go now. Frisco is really spectacular. I mean, it's been called the #1 place to live in America. What's better than that? I'm going to do my best to limit this video to 5 reasons you should move to Frisco today. You should know, though, before we get started, that Dallas has a ton of great cities. There are so many great areas to live in. Frisco, Prosper, Salina, McKinney, Allen, Plano, Flower Mound, North Lake, Argyle, South Lake, and those are just the ones on the north side of town. So if you want to know more about the best places to live in Dallas, you should get our guide at movingtodallasguide.com. It covers Frisco and many other areas. All right, so the 5 reasons you should move to Frisco today are so many great things to do, terrific location, abundant jobs, great schools that are highly ranked, and affordable homes. Now, affordable is relative, and we'll get into that in a bit, but Frisco is still relatively affordable across the country. Okay, the first reason you should move to Frisco is there's so many great things to do. Almost no matter what you enjoy doing, you could do that in Frisco and around Frisco. So Frisco has been called Sports City USA, and the reason is because there are 8 different professional sports organizations with operations in Frisco. The Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Stars, the Dallas Mavericks. You got FC Dallas for MLS soccer, and the PGA headquarters is building their headquarters and 27 holes and 45 holes of championship golf. That's pretty great, but there's also a lot more than that going on in Frisco. There are some terrific family activities like iFly, and you can drive go-karts. There's fantastic shopping in Legacy and Legacy West, in addition to the Stonebriar Mall and a number of other pocket areas you could shop. Frisco also has a terrific parks and trail system, and there's a ton of youth sports and activities if you've got younger kids. There really is just so much to do in Frisco, which leads us to the second thing, and that's location. The great thing about Frisco is it's built around a great highway system, so you can get to just about anywhere in the Metroplex. When I talk about the many things that you can do in Frisco, well, you could actually use the highways to get to anywhere across Dallas-Fort Worth. I keep saying that Frisco has a terrific location, but you probably don't even know where it is. So let's dive into the map and show you what a great location Frisco has. So you can see here, Frisco is in the northern part of the DFW Metroplex. It is due north of Dallas. You can drive straight up this North Dallas Tollway. It's a straight shot down 121 all the way over to Fort Worth. Although if you're gonna be commuting to Fort Worth on a regular basis, then Frisco might not be the best location. We've definitely got some locations that might serve you better, and we can talk about that. It's pretty close to McKinney, and it's got easy access across this Highway 380 over to Denton. So McKinney and Denton are a couple of major employer areas that can make it super easy to get to. One of the other things that you'll notice here is it is super close to Lake Louisville. Parts of it butt up right up against Lake Louisville, and easy access to Lake Lavon as well. So one of the big things that's a big driver for Frisco is it sits at the corner of several major intersections. So Dallas North Tollway is, as I mentioned a minute ago, is a direct access down to Dallas. It's also sits at the corner of the Tollway and 121, or the Sam Rayburn Tollway. This intersection has become a major one for employers, for business investment, for relocation for businesses from other areas. I can't emphasize enough how important it is to Frisco that it sits right there with such a great highway system, because not only can you do all of the wonderful things that Frisco has to offer, but it's super easy to get just about anywhere across the entire Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, so you can enjoy everything that Dallas and Fort Worth have to offer. Okay, reason number 3 that you need to move to Frisco today is jobs. There are abundant jobs in Frisco. Part of the reason is the location, but another reason is Dallas as a whole has become a relocation mecca. So many people are working from home now that living close to an employer may not be as important as it once was. But Frisco has so many great employers that jobs is still at the top of the list of reasons you need to move to Frisco. Texas is a super business friendly area, and Frisco has put its stamp on the Dallas Metroplex as being one of the most job and relocation friendly areas in all of Dallas-Fort Worth. That's the reason it's been ranked the #1 best city to do business in Texas. It's also been called the #2 best place for jobs after graduation, which is causing a lot of younger people to move into Frisco. It's been called the most recession-proof city because there is so much diversity in the Frisco job market. There are so many different kinds of industry that can protect against a recession. And finally, Frisco's won awards for the highest job growth. Okay, the fourth great reason to move to Frisco today is the schools. If you've got school-age children, then you should definitely look into Frisco schools. Before we go too much further, just know that we do our research, and you should too. We use a couple of sites called greatschools.org and niche.com. The data I'm going to share today is from niche.com, so let's dive in. Frisco ISD is one of the best school districts across the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, and even one of the best across all of Texas. As you can see below, Frisco ISD achieves an overall A+ rating. These ratings and our research come from niche.com. If you want to dive deeper into any of this information, you can go to niche.com to look up Frisco Independent School District. So Frisco, as you can see, gets an A+ rating for academics, an A for teachers, for clubs and activities, and for health and safety. As you can see, Frisco ISD gets an A+ for college prep and for sports, and an A- for diversity and administration. It gets a B+ for the food, so the kids have to suffer a little bit at the cafeteria, and for resources and facilities. But overall, terrific ratings for Frisco Independent School District. So I mentioned a minute ago that it's one of the best districts in Texas. It actually comes in at #7 across more than 1,000 school districts in Texas. That puts it in the top 1% of districts in Texas. It is a terrific spot for athletes. It's #23. So if you have student athletes in your family, Frisco Independent School District might be a great place for them. And as you can see here, that Frisco comes in at #94 out of more than 1,000. So it's in the top 10% in terms of great places for teachers in Texas. We firmly believe that when schools and school districts are a great place for teachers to work, then the education and experience for students follows. Overall, Frisco is a top school district in Texas. So one of the things I love about Frisco and Frisco schools is they have a strategy to keep their schools relatively small. Now I say relatively because depending on where you're coming from, the schools may still be really, really big. But there are districts in Dallas, in the Dallas Metroplex, like Allen ISD, that have a strategy where all of their feeder schools, their elementary and middle schools, feed up into one high school. Well, Allen High School is massive. Frisco has the opposite strategy. It has a number of smaller high schools that give kids a smaller school feel. There are a lot of benefits to that, and a lot more kids get to participate in sports and educational activities. There's not necessarily a right or wrong to the two strategies, but I love the way that Frisco has aligned its school district. Home affordability is always a relative thing. It's relative to what people are paying in other areas and relative to the overall income. And that's one of the reasons why Frisco is consistently named one of the most affordable places to live in the country. In fact, in an August 2021 report, Wallet Hub named Frisco the best place to buy a house in the US. because of the real estate market and the affordability and economic environment of Frisco. Now, the median home price across the United States is about $350,000. And at the end of 2021, the median in Frisco was closer to 600. So it's a good bit higher than the rest of the US. You might be wondering, okay, so what makes it affordable then? Well, the median income in Frisco is over $127,000 a year, which is more than double the US average. So relatively speaking, because incomes are so much higher, the homes in Frisco are affordable. So let's take a look at what you get for the money. There are a number of homes available in Frisco right around that $600,000 median home price point. So what I'm showing you here is on our website, you can see there are quite a few homes and the various price points and configurations of those homes. So here on the left, we had one from Prosper sneak in. So Prosper is just north of Frisco, but you can see homes, 1,800 square feet, 3,200 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 3.5 baths listed at $560,000. You've got single story plans. Here's a almost 3,100 square foot, 4 bedroom, 3 bath plan. So there are a wide variety of options. And then you can click into any of these and get more details, get photos, get all of the information that you're looking for. You can also find homes that are on the golf course, homes that have an upcoming open house, and schedule your plans. There are so many gorgeous homes in Frisco, and you can start your search. You can actually look into all of the homes that we showed today and many more that'll be on the market when you're watching this. You can visit us at amazinghomesinDFW.com. We'll include a link in the description. So, does Frisco sound like heaven to you? Well, it's not quite that good, but it's still pretty sweet. If you think you might want to make a move to Frisco, or just schedule time to talk about your move to Dallas, then you can hit a link in the comments below to schedule time. Otherwise, hang out and watch this next video.